I've come to see you at work, man, but welcome to my job.
That's a pretty cool job you got here.
It's not a bad one you got, too. Welcome back to Portland. It's so good to see you. This guy and I go back some years, so I have to tell you how proud I am.
You're wearing the vintage Nick Moss and the Flip Tops t-shirt. Look at that. 1997.
Is it 97?
Was first, yeah.
Yeah, we met in about 98. You had just gotten done, too. I mean, I don't know if you know the background this guy has, but Jimmy Dawkins, and then you were on with Jimmy Rogers for how many years were you with Jimmy, man?
A little over 3, you know. I probably did about 3 or 4 years with Legendary Blues Band, and then with Jimmy another 3, maybe 3.5 years.
And just to let you know, it's Big Eye Smith and Pine Top Perkins, and Portnoy was in that band too. So a lot. How much
that
did?
Was before my time, though.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
So how much then does working with Jimmy and the Legendary Blues Band and everything kind of shape the first solo stuff we heard from the Nick Moss Band?
Oh man, you know, all the traditional based Chicago blues stuff that I spent probably the first 20 years of my playing is what, I mean, it might not sound like it on that last song, but I guarantee that what's coming out of me is blues. I don't play anything but blues to me.
Right. Well, I like where it's come too.
Yeah.
It has come. And, let's go back a little bit too. I just saw Kate just posted a beautiful picture of your baby girl.
Oh man.
Is she like 8 or 9 now?
She just turned 10. Yeah.
That went so quick.
Yeah, man.
You got your hands full too. She's a cutie.
Yeah, man. He's about to be a new daddy here too.
All right, congratulations,
Michael.
Yeah. So you point over because I was going to talk about the new album too. New one is called "Time Ain't Free." A lot of the critics are saying how it's kind of a new Nick Moss, but to me, it's like part 2 of "Here I Am."
Yeah, man. Well, it started probably on the Privileged album I did. That was in 2010 or 11. 2009. He knows. He knows my career better than me. He knows all my song titles. And if you ever see me walk over there and do one of these, he's giving me the lyrics to my songs.
Well, so we have moved on to a new album, and we do have a new friend in the band too. Introduce Michael to us.
Yeah, man. Michael's been with me for almost 3 years now. This is Michael Ledbetter. If the name sounds familiar, all you true blues fans might have heard of someone named Huddy Ledbetter, the great Leadbelly. Yep. That's a direct lineage here. It's in the blood. He is authentic.
So yeah, you made authentic. How do you meet this guy? Because I hear you have more of a structured background with your musical upbringings, right?
Well,
Opera.
yeah, no, I came up singing. I've always sang. My parents had a lot of soul music going around in the house, so I was brought up in a great, musical household. But when I was 16, I started taking voice lessons in high school, and that turned me on to more classical stuff. And I started singing opera and I sang opera for about 8 years in Chicago. So. That was,
once again,
yeah.
What was it? Just a late night bar? All of a sudden, this guy was sitting there.
Yeah. I mean, you know what? A little bit after, I kind of started going away from the classical stuff. I wanted to go back to, I guess, my roots, and I was doing more stuff in Chicago and going to more shows. And I was a fan before I knew him. I was in this cover band. And we used to do track 1 off of Count Your Blessings. We used to do Heavy on My Mind. We used to start our show with that. So I knew about Nick Moss before I even met him. But I met him through Kate, actually. She saw me sit in with Kilbourne Alley Blues Band. I was at their show. And they let me sit in and sing a song or two. And she told me that, hey, Nick Moss is going to be at Rose's Lounge. I said, yeah, I know. I'm going to the show. She said, well, if you're really going to the show, you really come out, I'll get you on stage with him. So.
And I hate to break this away from that, how is Kilbourne? I haven't seen some new music. Are you recording?
They're just getting ready to do, hopefully. Well, Andy's getting married this weekend.
Yes, he is.
Andrew Duncan's getting married this weekend, so he's going to be out of the picture for at least a couple of weeks, hopefully. In his wedded bliss.
Good. As it is, right?
And then Josh is getting married in September, right?
Yeah,
Josh is getting.
Good.
They're growing up.
I love everything you've done and made those recordings, man.
Yeah, if you guys aren't familiar with the Kilbourne Alley Blues Band, young band, they've been together for 14 years, but you wouldn't know what to look at them. They're a bunch of young guys from southern Illinois.
Another reason to listen to Kink after 7 o'clock on a Sunday night, okay?
That's right.
All right.
That's right.
So who else do we have here tonight? This afternoon. Hey, man, this was so late in the day.
I hear you. On the bass guitar, Mr. Fantastic, Nick Fain back there on the bass. There can only be one Nick, though, so we can call him Stosh. On the keyboards, how about putting your hands together? This is Taylor Strife on the keys. And the longest tenured member of the band, El Cholo, the original Irish-Polish gangster, Patrick Seals, ladies and gentlemen.
All right. Well, I could talk forever, man. Go back some old man. Joe's good? Your brother?
Joe's killing it right now. I think he's heading out to the East Coast right as we speak, heading out there to go play.
Excellent. Because, one of the things that every time I talk to Joe, he was just saying how hard it was for him to get back out onto the road.
Yeah, and actually in the last year and a half or two, he's really been picking it up and getting out and touring more. So,
Well, we got to get you back to the Blues Fest as well, too. So I'll talk to Peter about that. All right. Last time
it's been a long time.
It has been. It's been way too long. I've seen you on way too many blues covers, man, before we got you back. So they're at Duff's Garage tonight, the new Duff's Garage on Northeast 82nd. Got them today. They got the new album, Time Ain't Free, here, too. So get one before we come on out and get to meeting all these boys and having a good time with them. Guys, it's Nick Moss and the Nick Moss Band.
Oh, man. Thank you so much. I'm going to do another song off the brand new CD. This one.